Today, I wanted to talk about a couple common misconceptions a lot of people have about being pulled over. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how a person's Miranda rights are not automatically triggered just by a person being pulled over. So, your Miranda rights are what we think about when we think about shows like Law and Order. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney, so on and so forth. In order for Miranda to be triggered, a person must, one, be in custody. So, custody is what we think about when we think about the usual scene of a person being placed under arrest. So, handcuffs and told you're not free to leave. And second, there must be custodial interrogating questions. Questions like, hey, what's your name, or do you have a license, usually don't meet the threshold. But questions that are asked in the furtherance of a criminal investigation could likely be custodial interrogating questions. So that's something to keep in mind. Oftentimes, people volunteer information and they say, hey, we're at court. I was never Mirandized. How are they using that against me? And the answer is that Miranda was never triggered. The second related point is you do not have to answer the officer's questions. Beyond providing identification, which is usually your license, proof that you have insurance and your name, you're not compelled to continue to ask and answer questions and give additional information. You would be surprised to learn how many people talk themselves into a ticket or even a criminal violation because they have volunteered excess information that the officer might not have otherwise found out. So it is important to keep that in mind if you or a loved one happen to be pulled over, that you don't talk yourself into getting a ticket.